人面狮身的谜语已经被解开 Shakespeare 的对白不再精彩
So he's very jazz influenced, both vocally and kind of the songs, definitely the instrumentation in this piece. But I'm now realizing his vocal choices are sort of more jazz influenced.
伊丽莎白泰勒的眼眶，留下爱情掩护古老的眼泪，拜拜，飞快而永远。只留身体在狂欢，心就没负担。耳朵被音乐塞满，爬上云端。
Yeah, he feels like Michael Bublé and Frank Sinatra. Tony Bennett, kind of. The stylistic choices he makes are really reminiscent of vintage jazz, particularly. I feel like he definitely listened to a lot of retro jazz.
没有什么不能被改变，就像没有什么值得被改变。一整夜，眨眼一瞬间。 那黑色，谁能逃得出我的催眠？我会让你心甘情愿把一切都给我，只要看着我的双眼。谁来烧热我眼睛那黑色？ 谁能治得住我的干渴
So when he does use vibrato, it's very contained, very small waves, not too fast, not too slow. It's actually refreshing to hear a singer not rely on it so much for a decoration. Sometimes I do, a lot. I rely on vibrato as a decoration. I really like the tone of his voice, the texture, the grit in these higher, bigger notes. I actually quite like his voice.
我会让你跌入深不见底的快乐，无法忘记我的双眼。
No, okay. I wish he had a little more vibrato. I wish he did. It's nice that he's not overusing it, but it's almost too far the other way at the ends of phrases. I'm missing it. I'm missing it just a little bit at the end. What a talented guy, though. Jeez. Microphone in one hand.
只有身体在狂欢，心就没负担。耳朵被音乐塞满，跑上云端。没有什么不能被改变，就像没有什么值得被改变。 一睁眼，眨眼一瞬间，谁来烧热我眼睛那黑色？谁能逃得出我的催眠？
He makes really really good use of the chamber that is the mouth. If you watch him and, of course, listen to him, he is really unafraid to drop his jaw, relax his tongue, and take up space with his voice, much like we do when we talk or when we yell. Some people could analyze it in such a way that people sometimes sing with a bit of a tight jaw. And then you could also analyze it that some singers are less comfortable just opening up entirely. But I like hearing the sound of his mouth, the shape of his mouth. And any singer's mouth, usually who's willing to let us in, to let us hear every corner, every piece of space that is available. He is really unafraid and makes really good use of relaxing the jaw and leaning in organically the way we do in our everyday life.
我会让你心甘情愿把一切都给我，只要看着我的双眼。是啦，烧热天庭那黑色，谁呢？只拿出我的感动，会让你跌入深不见底的快乐，无法忘记我的双眼。
So we got absolutely no vibrato. We got a beautiful, beautiful long held high note, and then he just ended it by ending it. Interesting, but I still like it. Yeah, he's got such good character. He is an interesting artist and a talented instrumentalist. I like the sound of his voice, but selfishly, I do wish for a little bit more care and decoration at the end of lines. That's just selfish. That's just me. But I think that he is making really good use of what he does have. And I think that he's choosing melodies and choosing stylistic things that allow him to use his skill set and bring a song to life. I like him. But it is really weird, an artist of his caliber.
He's very different.
Not having vibrato.
He can.
I heard, but it's labored.
Like it's a little bit difficult. It's less natural.
It's less natural, so he chooses, which is actually wise if you think about it. Instead of forcing it or making it like come and go or doing some weird shit, if he doesn't feel it, he just doesn't do it. Which is probably the wiser thing of forcing it in if you don't feel it, if he doesn't feel it. But the tone of his voice is really, really good, but it is quite bizarre for him to have all this ability and then this one weird, very glaring, to me, very glaring lack. Like, if you think about singers like Michael Bublé, Frank Sinatra, Tony Bennett, it's not as though like vibrato is their main feature or riffs and runs are their main feature. But I've never listened to a Frank Sinatra song and been like, weird tail endings, bruh. Like, it's catching my ear repeatedly. Not to fixate on it, because I like him, but it's like it's missing.
Does sound like Michael Bublé. Now
Yeah,
you mention it.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
really, the
yeah,
tone,
yeah.
like tonally similar.
Yeah. But do people even know him? Do people even know this guy?
In China?
Yeah.
Of course.
Like, he's famous.
He's quite famous.
Well loved.
Nothing like comparing to.
He's not an idol, obviously.
Not an
He's
idol.
older.
He's older, and he's just a singer-songwriter. singer-songwriter who was never really known as a prolific singer, right?
Yeah,
So,
I get that that's not his jam. He's the instrumentalist.
yeah, more
Yeah.
of a songwriter, musician. He's a
But in that
musician.
first video, he was like masturbato potato on the piano. I was like, take it down. No, do you know what I mean? It feels classical when you start going in like that.
I think he spent most time on his piano when he was little.
Yeah, I
so-
believe. Which the tone of that piano was really beautiful. What is that? Is that a Yamaha?
I think that was a Korg.
Fuck it.
What was that Korg or was it Nord
No.
Stage?
When it was no, the very first video in the grand piano.
Oh, the grand piano. I missed it. I didn't see that.
I liked the tone of it. And I liked the tone of the piano of the duet. The girls, the two ladies in the her song. I really like that piano tone as well. Today I've heard two nice piano tones.
Interesting.
What piano tone do you like?
I like the Fazioli.
Of course you do.
To tell me you need me, I see that you're bleeding. You don't need to show me again. But if you decide to, I'll ride in this life with you. I won't let go to the end. So cry tonight, but don't you let go of my hand.